Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of Talk Exchange. Today we have Tracey and Kristie interviewing Carlos Perez and Kathy Mize on the very important topic of year-end giving. And as we all know, this is a very important time of year to focus on that, not only from a personal level, but of course also from a chapter level as well. So we hope you get some great information out of today's episode, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Welcome to this episode of Talk Exchange. I'm Tracey Edwards, CEO of the National Exchange Club.
And I'm Kristie Lindahl, Director of Communications.
Hi, Kristie.
Hey, Tracey.
I'm a little off today, though, because generally we have lunch together before we come here. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's why I'm just not in the normal rhythm, right? Yeah. So what did you do for lunch?
I had a horrible lunch.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I wasn't
Missing
there.
Great company and great food.
Oh,
yeah.
What did you eat?
I had a pasta, and I was expecting pesto sauce, but they ran out.
Oh. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Well, we'll make sure to schedule better next time. I had sushi, and the sushi was good.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, at a new place, new to me. So
excellent.
That's good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We had some fun last night.
Oh my gosh. When the snowy Halloween, how was it out your way?
I'm telling you, I think that, and I read in the newspaper, they said top 3 record-setting Halloweens.
Wow.
Rainiest, snowiest, and wettest.
The whole ball of wax.
Yeah, we've hit every single one of them.
Oh my God. It was crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah.
We still had sticking snow this morning. In fact, my little Coco went out and came in with snowballs attached to her paws already. I wasn't ready for that, and neither was she.
But it'll be 50 on Christmas.
I know. Yeah. Probably. But it was Halloween, and now today is, at the time of our recording, November 1st. Hard to believe.
I feel like we're still in August.
I know. I wish.
Yeah.
But time flies, and pretty soon it will be Thanksgiving. Then it will be Black Friday, one of my favorites.
Yes, ma'am.
Then Cyber Monday. And already we're talking about Giving Tuesday to get ready, because Giving Tuesday is a big day for all charities, especially for us here at the National Exchange Club. It's a day that's important to us in terms of raising awareness and raising money.
Yep. So we look for people to spend money on themselves and their loved ones.
Yeah.
On Friday. Mm-hmm. We look for the same deals, Cyber Monday. And then we ask them to open their pocketbook one more time to help benefit their favorite charity.
And that's the best day, because that's what makes them feel so good, right? That's what it's all about. We're going into the season of giving, which is so awesome, because service groups like exchange clubs all over the country will be buying presents for kids and buying coats and shoes for kids and putting on events and wanting to help people. This is a great way to help people. So we're joined by some special guests today. We have the members of our Board of Trustees, President Carlos Perez and Vice President Kathy Mize. Welcome, Carlos and Kathy. Good to see you both. They're from warmer climates, though.
Much warmer.
So
Texas and Florida.
Yes. Oh, Carlos thinks it's cold. How cold is it, Carlos?
It's freezing. This morning was 50.
50.
Be sure not to come north during the winter.
Right.
Kathy would love it. Well, thanks to both of you. You're both so very involved in exchange. Of course, Kathy as a past national president, and Carlos is very involved as a volunteer field representative, a past district president, and now the president of the Board of Trustees. You know, you both believe, obviously, in giving big to support exchange. Why is that so important to you, Carlos?
I think Exchange for me is probably the only or the best organization, because we talk about the child abuse prevention. So I think that we need to help kids so they will become better adults in the future. So we need to start from the very beginning, and Exchange is the only one that is helping the prevention of the child abuse in this nation. So that's extremely important for me.
Agreed.
Appreciate that. How about you, Kathy? I know you have a long legacy, a long family history in exchange. So what does that mean to you, and why is giving to exchange and its program so important to you?
I echo what Carlos said. Our national project is absolutely so important, especially in today's world, even more so, that we all need to give to support the efforts all across the country with our child abuse prevention centers, and helping keep kids safe and protected and being raised in a home that's loving and nurturing, as opposed to possibly ending up in foster care. I also love all the things we do with our youth scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to send someone to college through the ACE award that maybe couldn't go without that award, that's a huge one for me. So by giving to Exchange, you're really supporting our youth, the prevention of child abuse, veterans, and making our communities better.
Absolutely. That's so important. And I'm glad you touched on those youth scholarships. You know, we had 3 awesome young women that earned and won those national scholarships this year. You know, it's amazing, Kristie. I have these at the office and I know they've been passed around, but all 3 of them have been not just once, but repeatedly writing thank you cards to our office. So we're going to get them on a podcast and interview them to find out, you know, the impact, because clearly it's meaningful to them, as evidenced by these wonderful notes.
Yeah, they were great girls. It was wonderful to meet them. And then to know that they want to stay in touch with the organization. It really talks about the impression, not only that the overall organization made on them, but the members they met at the convention.
Oh,
it was
true.
a very personal experience.
So we know that giving year round is important, and many people like you do give to organizations like Exchange year round. But lately, the past few years since it became a thing, Giving Tuesday is so important to, you know, nonprofits nationwide. What sets Giving Tuesday apart, and why do we want to focus on that day?
Carlos, you want to take it or do you want me to?
It doesn't matter. I can take it. I think it's extremely important that everybody realize that we need to have the financial help from every member in our group. This is a major impact to our community if everybody helps. Child abuse is a big deal. And if we don't have the funds, we cannot be able to help these kiddos. And without helping them, the foundation will not be there for them to become great adults. So it's a chain effect that it's very, very important for me to see that everybody understand that.
And Kathy, as a CEO of a nonprofit organization, you understand the importance of Giving Tuesday. And, you know, I was thinking about the history of that. And when, you know, Cyber Monday became a thing, it, you know, it caught on pretty quickly, as it did Giving Tuesday. It gives just a day when what I like about it is people now, you know, they wake up and they expect that organizations will be actively encouraging donations on that day, right? So what does it mean to you being part of Exchange, but also a person who operates a nonprofit and relies on dollars that day?
Yeah, it's very important, like you said, on Giving Tuesday, but all year round. And I think, you know, it's the season of giving, as you said, and as we do start maybe Christmas shopping and, you know, doing a lot of fun family things and getting wrapped up in a lot of other holiday festivities, I think it's important we take a minute to stop, you know, and think about those that need very simple things, you know, and every dollar counts. And, you know, your donation can make a huge impact in the investment Exchange is making in communities all over the United States.
Yes. You know, I heard a wonderful story just last week with the holidays coming up. Unfortunately, everybody was talking about Christmas before Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
But there was a friend of my mom's, and they've decided to scale back on Christmas. No gift exchanging between adults and whatnot.
Okay.
But instead, they're taking that money and they're giving a donation on Giving Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
In their family members' names.
I love that. Hint, hint, everyone listening. That's a great idea.
It was
right?
a great. I didn't even realize that I heard that until just now. But yeah.
You know, that's a good point. And I like that too, because a lot of people wait until the end of the year, which would mean the end of December. But Giving Tuesday actually falls a bit early this year, right? Being on November 28th. I believe that's, yes. So, you know, for people who want to give then, I always encourage people to do their research when they choose who they want to give their money to. You know, one thing that I'm very proud of with the National Exchange Club is how we spend our money. So I would encourage anybody listening, if you donate to other charities, definitely go to GuideStar and look at their $9.90 to see the percentage of how they allocate their funds toward programs versus administrative versus funding, you'll see that the National Exchange Club comes out on top. We spend most of our money on programs, and we're really proud of that. We make a huge effort to do that. And, I understand, just like us, we need to turn on the lights. We need operating dollars, but we know how to manage expenses so that we do allocate funds to really make the most impact with people, with helping people, which is what we're all about. So I always encourage people, definitely do your research with the charities you're supporting so that you know how the money is being spent, so that you know the percentage that goes towards each of those categories.
Absolutely.
That's important to people, rather than just write a check, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I think for me on Giving Tuesday, a lot of it happens online, right? So you're just selecting charities that you love, right?
Yes.
Like you're like, oh, I like them. I'm going to click donate. And it's good to take a step back and really do your research.
So should we tell them what's exciting about this Giving Tuesday?
I think it's about time.
All right.
Yes.
So, well, I was thinking, Kathy, let's have you introduce it.
Okay. We are really excited this year. I think exchange clubs and districts and regions, we all like a little friendly competition. Every now and then we all like doing good. And so what we're competing is to do even more good. So it's a win-win this year for Giving Tuesday. Exchange is going to have a district exchange club competition. So exactly.
I love Carlos's face. That's great.
He plans to win, I can tell.
Well, Florida hopefully will be at the top, but we hope everyone wants their district at the top, right?
Yeah.
So, but members can give, and you just will say what district you're from. Your district can give, your friends, your family, anybody. And we're going to see what district can raise the most money for exchange. And it's all to make our communities better.
And in addition to bragging rights, the winning district, I don't know if we've told you this, Tracey, but they're going to get artwork talking about that they can share. Artwork that states that they're a top contributor.
I love it.
Yeah, to exchange.
That's a great idea.
So. Yep, and lots of good social media for them. And I think about that because not only do we want to give money, but so much of what we do in exchange is give our time, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And so hopefully we'll be able to share with tons of people what exchange is about and why we want them to join us and get involved and be a member and come join our effort.
Well, it's so easy to share with social media, right? All you need to do is click the share button. So we hope a lot of people will do that on Giving Tuesday with those messages that will be going out. So what do you feel, Carlos, when you think about what may a district, for example, what may your district reasonably be able to collect and contribute on that day? Do you have a figure in mind or a goal in mind?
My goal in mind is several thousands. I would like to see big money coming down the road.
Yes.
Of course, it depends on the willingness of the members, and I hope everybody understands and realize this is for a great cause. So let's get involved. I'm hoping that everybody puts something because everybody can put something. It doesn't matter the amount. It's just if everybody collectively puts something to it, we will have great success, and that's what I'm going for.
Yes. We reached out to some of our donors this past month, our more frequent donors, to find out why they give. It's good to touch base with your audience.
Definitely.
And we had a lot of people come back and say, I don't have enough to be a Berkey. I can't do the Berkey Fellow. I do give reoccurring, and for some people it's only $5 or $10 a month or just a $5, $10 donation. But in the big picture, the grand scheme of things, every single dollar matters.
Well, you know what? You're so right. And I was thinking about members of exchange clubs nationwide who already believe and support and take part in what we do, but maybe they're not connecting the dots on why they should give financially or the fact that they can. So I hope we reach them this time too.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be accessible over social media. So we're using our partner event group to run the district competition.
Shout out to Robert Friend and the event group
That's
team.
right. Thank you so much for helping us get this set up. But we'll also be running the traditional donation routes. You can donate through Facebook as an individual. You can send a check in. Our least preferred method because it takes a little bit longer, but we can also do the text to give.
Yes.
And we'll advertise all of those as Giving Tuesday approaches, but they're all going to be so easy All of those routes are going to be so easy to find and access.
Very good. Very good. And I know a word that Carlos likes to use and talk about, recurring donations. Tell us your vision for that, Carlos. I know you've been encouraging people with the recurring donations. How do you see that working out to really benefit people and to benefit Exchange?
Well, it's like I tell people, we need to make things that are easy and it's accessible to everybody. The word recurring is not easy for me, but the process is very easy. The point is, everybody in this organization can and should be donating something because we believe in this organization. We're here to help our communities and make impact in our communities. So everybody should be donating one way or another. And like Kristie stated, it's very easy to do it. We can do it by text, we can do it through social media. There's so many platforms that you can use to donate. So there's really no excuse not to send something. And it's important that you do it on a monthly basis because it's a lot easier for you and it's a lot easier for us to manage these amounts of money. So please, everybody who's listening to this, do something, get out and donate on a monthly basis.
And I know we're talking to a lot of members here today, but we're reaching also a lot of people who don't know about Exchange, who may not have an Exchange club in their area. This is a great way for them to get involved too, to learn more, to be part of something bigger and feel that connection, right?
I agree. We've spent a lot of time and money improving our digital footprint over the last couple of years. And we really hope that the way we've unfolded all of that it helps people understand what we do in communities. We hope that the new language we've adopted takes out some of the lingo associated with Exchange and makes it a little bit more accessible to people who aren't familiar with us.
I agree. And I love the simplicity, although it's complex from an aesthetic standpoint. The new website, if you go to nationalexchangeclub.org and see our beautiful website produced by our partners over at Communicate, who are so supremely amazing and talented. And it's beautiful, but it's also very simple. It breaks it down to how does this work? How can you participate? Why should you participate?
And that's the biggest reason why.
Absolutely. Yep. Good. I like it. So, Kathy, how would you like to see this rolling out to districts? What do you hope that a district person, we need to reach that district person who's going to get excited about this, right? And really get their district hyped up so that we can have an awesome competition.
Yep, I think the district president and even the district president-elect, can be the cheerleaders for this and the champions. And I hope that they take on this competition wanting to win because, like I said, it's a win for all of us. But people need to be creative. And like I said, we can reach out to our family, to our friends, to anybody. They don't have to be an Exchange member. We want others to give and to learn more about us and support us. So hopefully when we roll this out, we're going to see a lot of chatter on social media and a lot of people really working hard to win this competition. And then hopefully we can build off this every year and just keep this going.
Absolutely. That's a good goal. So, Carlos, in talking to our audience today, parting words that you have as they prepare their mind around being online on Giving Tuesday and supporting Exchange.
Of course, everybody should be thinking about Exchange all the time. I mean, you have a meeting every week, every other week. Whenever you talk about Exchange, think about donating. Both things go hand in hand. Basis.
Excellent. Kathy, same question. What message do you have for those listening?
I hope everyone gets involved on Giving Tuesday. Give what you can. Every dollar counts. I hope we reach tons of people that are not Exchange members and that they will want to learn more and come join the most amazing national service club in the United States. And I want it to be fun. Giving is fun. It does make us all feel good. So I hope we all take this and want our districts to, get ahead and win and just have fun with it. But it's all for a great cause.
It is indeed. And thanks to you both for your big part in what we do and for believing so much and supporting so much and for sharing your message today. So, Kristie, we are rolling right into the holiday season, rolling right into the season of giving. Thanks to all of our listeners for supporting exchange clubs, for supporting and being involved in and wanting to learn more about the National Exchange Club. We appreciate you, and we're looking forward to getting into this holiday season, the season of giving that's so important.
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Awesome. Can't wait to see what happens. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to this episode of Talk Exchange.
You are naturals. Look at you.